Good morning. Hey everybody, welcome back to the chaotic little book corner. My name's Acacia. Today is the beginning of a vlog, so go get a cup of coffee, go get a cup of tea, go get a snack, because my vlogs are usually about 20 minutes, sometimes 30. So, oh goodness. Today is the Dewey's 24-hour readathon. This is going to be a full readathon vlog, so it's going to be Dewey's and the autumn readathon. So you won't get as much of the day for Dewey's as you would have, but I'm okay. I'm okay. It is early. It is about 8 a.m. and I think the readathon starts like now. So, I have my 3 books for the day. I have Things We Lost in the Fire, stories from Marina Enriquez. This is a short story collection to dip in and out of. I'm rereading already Dead Girls. I loved this book. I haven't stopped thinking about this book, and I'm obsessed with it. And I was gonna read it for the autumn readathon anyway, and then I read it early, and then I'm like, I was gonna read it for the autumn readathon, so I'm gonna just read it for the autumn readathon. So, second time around on this. And then I've got Lore, Wicked Mortals by Aaron Mahnke. Some nonfiction. I figured a little bit of everything was just a good plan. I've got a little bit of coffee. I'm really running low on coffee, which is a big problem. We should have gone to the grocery store yesterday, but we didn't. It's okay. It's fine. I didn't say anything. He asked and I didn't say anything, so it's my own fault. But yeah, I'm gonna go start reading, and I will talk to you all very soon. Goodbye. Okay, so it's now noon. I haven't started reading yet. Oh dear. I don't even know what I've been doing. It's been ridiculous. I've just been dawdling. I'm having trouble getting motivated because I feel like I read so much yesterday. I just sat down and I read for like 8 hours, and I feel like I don't want to read that much today. So I'll probably read about 8 hours today. So I'll probably read from like now till like 8 o'clock tonight. But I don't think I can do the full 24 hours like I usually do. But I'm gonna see what I feel like. I'm just gonna start with a short story and pick that up. And we'll go from there. So I'll talk to you guys soon. So, I forgot that I agreed to finish North and South today. As a buddy read with Amanda Center channel linked above. So I finished North and South today. Yay! I've been reading this for about a week, maybe 2, with Amanda Center, and it was 3 stars up until about the last 50 pages, and then it hit 4 stars. So that's a good call for me. I'm pretty happy with that. Like, it definitely was a feeling of not being sure if I was gonna love it. Like, I liked Wives and Daughters by Elizabeth Gaskell. I did. It was a good romance, and this one was no different. It felt like a good romance. I prefer romance in classics. I don't really like romance. I don't really like romance in more current fiction. It just doesn't work for me. So I read about 120 pages of Elizabeth Gaskell's North and South, and about 50 pages of Things We Lost in the Fire. So read about almost 200 pages in about 3 hours. So it's like 3 now. The mister gets out of work at 3:30, and it takes him about 30 minutes to get home, so he'll be home around 4. and I have about an hour to read, and then he'll be home, and I don't know what we'll do. We have to go to the grocery store, and we gotta figure out dinner. I don't know what dinner's gonna look like, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with North and South. I feel okay with it. And the Things I Lost in the Fire is kind of creepy, a little dark. I'm enjoying it. I'm probably gonna read some lore and see what kind of spookiness I can come up with there. And that'll be nice and creepy, since that seems to be my vibe lately. Dead Girls I started for the second time yesterday, so I've already read about 125 pages of it. It's about 500 pages long. I don't think I'm gonna finish it today, unless I stay up all night, but I won't. I don't have it in me right now. It's just not a thing. So I'll finish Dead Girls tomorrow. And lore and Things We Lost in the Fire I'll read like sporadically throughout the week. And then I have Dracul, and I have The Corset, so I've got 2 other books to kind of dive into. I'll be fine for the autumn readathon. But yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Hi guys! So, it is Sunday, and it is the day after the 24-hour readathon, but it is still the autumn readathon. So, I finished Dead Girls for the second time, which fulfills the from a young girl's perspective in an adult novel. I finished North and South, which I was buddy reading with Amanda Center, and I read about 80 pages of lore and like 50 pages of Things We Lost in the Fire. About 50 pages of Things We Lost in the Fire. And then I picked up The Corset, which I'm into. So that's what I'm doing with my day. I've been catching up on YouTube videos. I watched April's video, which I'll link up in the cards. I really enjoyed that, talking about good and bad characters and kind of grayer stories. So there's that. And then I watched, what else did I watch? Olive's Nonfiction November TBR, which mine is coming. I will be participating in Nonfiction November. And what else? Sophie's most recent video, talking about autumn recommendations, which was good. I liked that too. Sorry, I keep yawning. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to reading The Corset. I'm gonna get through that. I'm about 180 some odd pages in, and it's like a 300, 400 page book. So I should be finished with that by tomorrow, which means it's going to take me 2 days to read it, which is kind of a bummer, but my partner is home today, so I'm reading while he's playing a video game, which for me takes a lot more concentration. I can usually read with the TV going and with music in the background, I can, but like video games, the shooting, and the talking, it's very distracting. It changes everything, because I'm actually kind of intrigued by what's going on his screen. I don't know why, but I find it very fascinating to watch video games. So yeah, the only other book I have to read other than the short story collection and the nonfiction is Hex, and I should be done with Hex in like 2 days. So I just have to fit lore and Things We Lost in the Fire in through the days, and we'll be good. So I will let you guys know how this is going, and I will keep you on the loop. I'll talk to you soon. The mess that is my face right now. Oh my god. Anyway, it is Tuesday. I did not vlog on Monday. Why did I not vlog on Monday? Because I was on the bus all day on Monday. I don't like to vlog on the bus. It makes me feel really self-conscious and it's just not fun. So, I went to print yesterday and I got 2 books by Patricia. Oh, where are they? Patricia Highsmith. I got Edith's Diary and Strangers on a Train. So yeah. I started Edith's Diary yesterday while I was on the bus and waiting for my therapy. So I will probably continue reading that soon. I might make excuses and replace Dracul with Edith's Diary. I don't know. We'll see. I have my books that I'm reading for today. I have Hex. I'm about 200 pages into this. Terrifying. Things We Lost in the Fire. I'm about 4 stories into that. And Lore, Wicked Mortals. I'm about 200 pages into that. So, I'm hoping to finish Lore and Hex today. That's the goal. I think it'll be doable. Pretty doable. If I'm really good, I might finish Dracul and Edith's Diary. We will see. That's a stretch, but it's a stretch I'm willing to try for. Dracul I can probably finish in 2 days, and today's Tuesday, so it would be Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday would be the last day of the readathon. So, and I'm not going to be vlogging Friday. I'm going to wrap this vlog up on Thursday. Because Thursday is my filming day and editing day. So, I am going to just cut it short and edit and wrap it up on Thursday so that I can get this posted. Things are shifting. So I'm living with my partner, and right now we're living up north. And the lease is up in December. So we are gonna move in with my mother and pay less rent and look for a place that has enough space for my bookshelves and his gaming stuff. We want separate rooms for my library / study and his gaming stuff, which would be like a computer and a TV and a couple odds and ends. Like he's got some knickknacks that he likes to have, and he's got some games and some DVDs and stuff like that. So like there's definitely some things that he needs space for that we need to take into consideration, and there's some places I need space for. So it's gonna be interesting. I am not opposed to the fact that we might get a place that doesn't fit my bookshelves, or maybe it only fits like 2 of my bookshelves. I'll be sad because I'll have to put some of my books in storage. Well, basically I'll just have to put them at my dad's house. My parents are still together. They just live in separate houses because weirdos. I can't explain what the devil they're doing. I genuinely don't understand. It's a lot. But my dad still lives in my childhood home. So, I would probably just put my books into boxes and put them in my bedroom there. And that would be fine. I'm not too opposed to it. It's just a thing. So, yeah, that's the update on that. And I'm going to go read, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye. Hey, guys. What is happening? We've got a tiny... Don't ask. I didn't put my hair up in the mirror. I just threw it up, so we're good. I finished 2 books. I finished Lore Wicked Mortals. This was good. There's a new book out in this series that I'm gonna pick up soon. I just don't know when. I'd kind of like to pick it up for Nonfiction November, but budget-wise, that may not happen because it just may not. But I did enjoy this. Sketchy, really weird. A lot of scary characters and a lot of creepiness. So appreciated it. It worked out well. And then Hex, I gave 3 stars. It scared me, like solidly scared me. I definitely felt freaked out by it. But that being said, I felt, I don't know how to explain it. I felt like I was reading a book the whole time, if that makes sense. Like, I never fully lost myself in it, where I felt that I could be haunted by this witch. It never got to that point. And I like a book to get to that point, where I'm almost wondering if I'm going to turn the corner and see that scary part, that scary person. And with Hex, it just never got there. I was creeped out. I was thoroughly terrified. Like, it was good. I was creeped out. I was thoroughly terrified. Like, it was good. But once I closed the book, it was just over. And I really felt fine with it. And I've been moving around the house and haven't been peeking over my shoulder. Like, I've been fine. So it was good. Like, I'm okay with it. It took me, I don't know. I woke up at 8. It took me till like 2 to read this. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah, took me about 6 hours. And then Lore, I had a minimum left to read. I was about 75% done when I started this morning, so it was like, I don't know, 50 pages left. So I finished that pretty quick. And now my partner is coming home from work. So yeah, I think I'm done reading for the day. I'll probably read another short story tonight at bedtime, but it's bowling tonight. So I won't be reading for a couple of hours because I'll be at the bowling alley with my partner. He's on a bowling league and I go to watch him play. It's quite interesting, actually. I enjoy it, and it gets me out of the house, and I've only twice now brought a book with me because I've been so immersed in it, and at the moment I don't have a book that has me that immersed that I want to bring it with me to read there. I enjoy the socializing aspect of it, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, that is all for today. I am going to go turn on the TV and watch Monty Python, I think. No, I don't know. I might not watch Monty Python. I don't know what I'll watch. I tried Haunting on Hill House, and I personally was very disappointed that it was not taking place in the 1940s, 50s. I was very disappointed. And also, within the first scene, you see a ghost. And there is no ghost on Haunting of Hill House. Like, there's no active ghost. It's all in your head. So I'm not impressed. I've heard people being obsessed with it and really enjoying it and being spooked out by it. Like, that's great. But it didn't do what I wanted it to do. I wanted a more accurate adaptation, and I didn't get that. So I am disinterested. I tried, but it didn't work. So I'm probably gonna watch Monty Python because it's on Netflix, and that's super exciting. But yeah, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Bye. Hey guys. Alright, so today is Wednesday, and I think I told you that I wasn't going to film on Friday. I might film on Friday now because there's been a shift, and Thursday night has changed plans, which means I'm not going to be able to edit on Thursday. I'll have to edit on Sunday, so I have an extra day to film. So, yes. I switched books. I was supposed to be reading Dracul, but I ended up switching to Edith's Diary by Patricia Highsmith. So, I'm enjoying it. I definitely think it's creepy. It's not like boo scary kind of creepy. It's just like kind of a mind screw. I would say the other words, but I don't know if I've crossed that bridge on this channel. And I also don't know if anyone under the age of 18 watches this channel. I swear like a sailor, so I have no problem with that word, but I just don't think it's appropriate. But no, I'm enjoying it. It's definitely got a lot to it. I'm enjoying Patricia Highsmith as an author. I was feeling very Shirley Jackson-esque, and then I didn't have any Shirley Jackson with me, and so I read Patricia Highsmith. So it's working out pretty well. I think I know I'm going to be picking up The Bird's Nest Thursday. That's going to be hard since I'm not going home on Thursday. Well, I'm not going back to my mom's on Thursday. Maybe I can find it on audio. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to be rereading The Bird's Nest with Amanda Center, and I think I've already mentioned her once before in this video, so she's probably been linked already at least once. And so I'll get to read some Shirley Jackson, which will be great. I'm definitely going to finish Edith's Diary within like the next, I don't know, day and a half. And then I only have the short story collection left to finish, Things We Lost in the Fire, and I'm enjoying it. There's a solid 4 stories in it that I've read so far that I've really liked, that have made it so that I know I'm going to keep it on my shelves, but the rest of it has not really shown me any excitement, if that makes sense. I don't know what's happening with my hair. It's super fine with this new shampoo that I use, and so it just doesn't hold anything. So I just look slummy. It's fine. But yeah. My partner's at work. I'm reading. And I've had donuts and a cup of coffee for my day. And that's probably all I'm going to eat for the day until dinner. Which is not great. And it's definitely not helpful for my eating stuff. I should probably drink a Boost. I'll be good and drink a Boost. I don't want to, but I will. But yeah, I think that's everything. And I may come back on today. I may not. I don't know. But I will definitely talk to you tomorrow. Hey guys, so I did not finish filming my vlog. I missed 2 days. So this is just a quick little detour before I pass you on to my reviews of the books that I read for this readathon. And I'm just going to let you guys watch that. So I'll see you in there. Okay. Today I'm going to be doing my autumn readathon wrap up. I will link my autumn readathon TBR up in the cards. I ended up shifting one of the books, and I'm without one of the books today. It is in a different location, But it was my favorite book, so I'm kind of bummed. I'm just going to talk about it without the book. And I don't know how to put pictures up in the doobly-doo or in the box area. I don't know how to do that. So you're just going to hear the title. And I can't remember the author. Abigail something. Anyway, so we're going to go in order of least to most enjoyed as always, and we're going to dive right in. I enjoyed everything to a point. I felt pretty good about most of it, and I'm pretty happy with how the readathon went. I finished everything in a timely manner, and I got 2, 4, 5, 6 books done in 6 days. So I feel pretty happy. And I will admit that part of that is because I participated in Dewey's 24-hour readathon, and I read the book that I liked the most during Dewey's 24-hour readathon, and then I started the nonfiction and the short story collection that day too. So I kind of spread it all out. Let's dive in. Things We Lost in the Fire, stories by Marina Enriquez. I feel like this book was decent, and it was a little creepy and a little weird, and it definitely was darker. The thing about this one, though, is that I was probably left with about maybe 5 stories that I really loved and I felt really good about, and then the rest of them I felt kind of meh about. But those 5 stories will make it so that this book will stay on my shelf. And I'll probably revisit it to read those stories again. I just may skim and jump around a little bit instead of reading it all over again. But I enjoyed it fine. I felt a little disconnected and a little unimpressed with quite a bit of it. So there's that. Then we have Hex. This is by Thomas Old Holvett. How do I explain my feelings on Hex? Hex was scary, but I like scary to the point where I'm uncomfortable, and the point where I think that the bad guy is going to get me if I'm downstairs and not upstairs with my partner. This one, I didn't feel like the bad guy was going to get me. So this is the story of a witch who has had her mouth and eyes sewn shut, and she's hexed the town, and it makes it so people can't leave. And I was fine with it. I was scared by it, but it didn't leave me feeling completely unnerved. And I was able to finish it in a 8-hour period, which is pretty normal for me with a longer book, but still, it just, usually with horror books, I take a little longer because I have to stop and breathe. This one I didn't really have to stop and breathe with, so it was fine. Definitely creeped out enough, but like, it didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do. Then we have this is Lore, Wicked Mortals, The World of Lore by Aaron Mahnke. This is the nonfiction that I read for this readathon. I like Aaron Mahnke's books, and I like Lore. I like the podcast a lot, and I really enjoy it. I have not seen the Amazon original series, but I've liked it anyway. Not the Amazon, the books and the podcast. So, this one for me was good. It's definitely creepy and eerie. There's a lot of really dangerous mortals that they're kind of talking about, and there's the new one that just got released called Dreadful Places. I requested it from the publisher. I haven't heard back. I'm guessing I won't get it, and so I'll have to buy it, which is fine. I have a different financial situation now, and I can't afford all the books that I usually can afford. So I'm a little frustrated, but that's fine. I'll probably read it sometime this winter. I really like these books. They're easy to digest, they're quick, and they're creepy, and they make a lot of fun sort of stories. They're really well published, they're really nice paper quality, and the end papers are always really pretty too. I definitely would recommend this book, and I liked the first one, which was monstrous creatures. Yeah. I liked that one, and I recommend that one as well. So there's that. Then I read Edith's Diary by Patricia Highsmith. I hadn't read any Patricia Highsmith before. I picked up 2 of her books on Monday, and I'm going to read the next one very soon, which is Stranger on a Train, I think. This was good, and it definitely, it got me thinking. It's a psychological thriller. It was really interesting to dive into. It's the story of a woman who is in a relationship with a man, and she has a son, and she's moved to a new home with her uncle who's very old, and she's living with her family, and things are going pretty well, and then her husband leaves her, and she spirals out of control. But the life that she's depicting in her diary is one of happiness and hope, and her actual life is quite chaotic, and she's starting to believe her diary more so than her real life, and it spirals out of control very quickly, and it gets dark and strange and creepy, and I really enjoyed it, and I definitely would say it's fun to read. I hadn't heard of Edith's Diary, and I can't find this edition on Goodreads. This edition has 300 and something pages. But according to Goodreads, it has 252 pages. So I'm not sure how that works. I finished it, but I couldn't track it properly, and I'm a little frustrated by that. But, yeah, good book. I enjoyed it. I think this one and, Edith's Diary are about even. This is The Corset, and it's by Laura Purcell. I read The Silent Companion last year for the Autumn Readathon, so it was nice to read the same author for the Autumn Readathon a second time in a row. This is the story of a woman named Dorothea, and another woman named Ruth, and Ruth is being accused of murder, and she's a murderess in jail, and you hear her story, and then you hear Dorothea's story, who is a woman who is higher class and going to visit Ruth in jail and hear her story. I had a lot of fun with it. It was a very affinity style story from Sarah Waters. A lot of overlap between the two, but I enjoyed this one immensely. I definitely would recommend it. I had a lot of fun with it. It was creepy. It was eerie. It had a lot of depth to it that I really appreciated, and there were some nuances and gray areas within it, which was really helpful and enjoyable. And then the last book that I want to talk about is Dead Girls. I want to say it's by Abigail Trealton? Something like that. I loved that book, and I read it in early October and adored it. And then I read it again at the beginning of the readathon for Dewey's 24-hour readathon, and I loved it. Gave it 5 stars, absolutely adored it. Gave me the biggest book hangover the first time I read it, and nothing was working for me. And then the second time I read it, things were better, but still not perfect. I was left feeling a lot like nothing came close to it. I found a book that's doing okay with it, but I'm not going to talk about that book at the moment, just because I'm not going to. Dead Girls is about an 11-year-old girl whose best friend is murdered, and she can see ghosts, and she starts to see ghosts of dead girls, and these dead girls are trying to tell her something, but she can't figure out what it is. And so in order to function, she starts to try and solve the murder of her best friend and to figure out what happened, and the story escalates from there. And the climax of it is quite interesting, and the ending was a real surprise to me. I was not expecting that ending, and I think that's what I really appreciated about it more so than anything, was that ending. It did a number on me, and it left me feeling quite quite uncomfortable, but I really enjoyed it. So I definitely would recommend that one. I will link all the books that I've mentioned in the description bar. That way you guys can go find that book. I link to Goodreads. I don't link to a place to buy them. Dead Girls is only available in the UK right now. I picked it up from Waterstones. You can pick it up in Book Depository if you still work Book Depository. I try and buy specifically from bookstores that aren't owned by Amazon, and that's my goal. So I avoid Book Depository because I think they're owned by Amazon, and also they didn't do too well with my books. They lost like 3 of them. So there's that. Those are all my thoughts. That is the Autumn Readathon. It was hosted by Mercedes, whose channel I will link up in the description bar, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I will definitely be participating again next year if she does it, and I hope that she does. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, click that subscribe button down below. If you are not receiving notifications that my videos are being posted, or you would like to receive notifications that my videos are being posted, click that little bell down there in the corner. That will notify you, and it will show up in a more normal way, even if it doesn't show up in your feed, which I've known to happen. Also, I will talk to you guys in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.